Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies with your host, Jason Marshall.
Hey everybody, thanks for downloading the show. It's been a while. I wanted to put something out last week, but my equipment went out on me. It happened right before I started to record with somebody. It had me panicked for a while. I thought that it might be the end of the show, to be honest with you. But things are back on track now. This is just going to be a quick episode because I didn't have time to plan a whole lot. And since things weren't looking good for a while there, as far as recording goes, I didn't book a guest or anything like that. But I did get a message from somebody last week and I wanted to play and answer it on the show. Spencer Green asked this.
Hey, Jason, I was wondering, who do you got winning this Super Bowl this year? The high-powered Kansas City Chiefs under Mahomes, or do you think the Niners under Jimmy Garoppolo win? Who's your pick for this Super Bowl? I gotta tell you, man, I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game.
I'm recording this right now before the Super Bowl, so by the time you hear this, you'll already know what happened. But I wanted to throw my 2 cents out there. You'll all know if I'm right or wrong. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, probably 42-38. I think the first 3 quarters are going to be fast-paced and even as far as scoring goes. And in the fourth quarter, I think the 49ers are going to start to get tired, make a mistake or two. The Chiefs are going to capitalize on it, and that'll seal the game. I guess we'll see, or in this case, I will see, and you've already sawn. I love watching football, view myself as a casual fan because I don't know everybody or all the history, but I watch every game I possibly can, at least NFL games. Not big on college or minor league games. But the XFL starts next week, and I'm interested to see it. Another alternative football league started last year. Can't remember what it's called. I really liked it, but it went out of business before the season ended. I think it was maybe 4 or so weeks in. So I don't know how this will go, but I'll give it a shot. But the Super Bowl is one of my favorite times of year. I love watching the game, but I also love making food and eating all day. To me, it's a fun version of Thanksgiving. Nothing against Thanksgiving. I like it, but it's nothing but fun foods. It's all casual, no drama and relatives you don't like. It's just a good time. And when I say that to me it's like Thanksgiving, I really mean that. I started prepping my food yesterday. I made a Kentucky Derby pie. I made a homemade rub and seasoned a few pounds of ribs. I bought a bag of potatoes to make a load of mashed potatoes with. I have mozzarella sticks, jalapeno poppers, buffalo wings, bags of chips, 8 different kinds of soda, cookies, M&Ms, Reese Pieces, Reese Cups, whatever you can think of. I am going to be eating it tomorrow. I call it the Supper Bowl. I'm going to be enjoying the game. I hope you did. I'm going to say a little prayer for the Chiefs to win, but that might be a bad idea. I'm a prankster, and when I pray, I always like to pull a prank then too. I'll be praying and I'll say something like, "Dear God, please help my neighbor with their," and then I yell, "Boo," really loud. And I know it scares him, or at least it makes him flinch because something bad always happens right after, but can't help it. That's why I don't pray very often. Speaking of that, February 3rd would have been my mom's birthday. I got my sense of humor from her. She was a lot of fun. We would always have a good laugh just about every time we talked. Loved her to death, and I still have one of her pictures that she had with her family members. It's hanging right beside where I'm recording this, which is the same spot she had it in when she lived here. And I'll never forget the last time I saw her. We were going canoeing, and she was so excited. I was nervous because I'm not big on being on the water like that. I like being in the pool, but that's about it. And I'll never forget, she kept trying to get me to hurry up and get in the canoe, but I kept dragging my feet. And she got in her canoe and went out in the water. And since I was nervous, I knelt down, I said a little prayer, And like I said, that never goes well because I always have to do that stupid brake thing. And next thing I know, lightning strikes and my mom's canoe burst into flames. There was steam and smoke as far as the eye could see. And to this day, I can't help but to feel like it's my fault that my mom died in that canoe fire. And ever since then, I've been waiting for her to resurrect herself because I read a book where that happened once, but
it's never gonna happen, no way. 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 It's never, it's never, no, not a chance. It's never gonna happen, no way. It's never gonna happen, no way. It's never gonna happen, no way.
I am back, and joining me now is the podcast's official weatherman. It's YouTube sensation and viral video star Frankie MacDonald. Frankie, what will the weather be like this week starting Monday?
It's going to be a warmer air heading to southeastern United States and eastern United States. It's going to bring warmer temperatures. New York City and New Jersey and all these places all the way down Washington, D.C. They got cold air hitting all the way down California. It's going to bring a major snowstorm in Cheyenne, Wyoming, at Caspier, Wyoming, and all those places of Fort Collins, Wyoming.
And what will the weather be like internationally?
It's going to be a big snowstorm and rainstorm up in northern UK.
And do we have any updates on what's going on in Australia?
Fires are getting near Brisbane, Australia, and everything. It was really bad.
All right, Frankie. Well, we're recording this right before the Super Bowl starts. Who do you think's going to win tonight?
Kansas City. I choose Kansas City.
All right. I also think the Chiefs are going to win. What's your favorite snack to eat while watching football?
I like pizzas and wings and things like that and burgers. I like tomato sticks.
Sounds good. I like mozzarella sticks too. Are you going to watch the XFL when it starts next week?
XFL, what does that mean?
It's a new football league that's supposed to start right after the NFL finishes up.
Yeah. And did you hear about that? The XFL, that's a new football league.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what it'll do. But I saw recently that you posted a new video of you dancing on YouTube. It looks like you got some moves going on there, Frankie.
Yes.
All right. Well, before you go, do you have a joke?
Yes, I've been interviewed by Best of the One international radio show over in England.
Yeah, very interesting interview, Frankie.
That means you could be on his show.
I would enjoy that. You'll have to put in a good word for me.
That means that we don't have cookies and Best of the Other One's crossover.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Well,
It's going to be a crossover.
Before you go, do you have a joke you could tell or a song you could sing for us?
Moving to the country, gonna get a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna get a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches go virgin. What I put that vitamin in the factory downtown. Millions of peaches, pieces for me. Millions of peaches, pieces for free. Millions of peaches, pieces for me. Millions of peaches, pieces for free. Look up.
All right, Frankie, that was great. Did a great job singing that song. I love it. I'll talk to you next week.
I'm Frankie MacDonald. You were listening to We Don't Have Cookies.
And now it is time for this week's Strange Days. Since it's the beginning of the month, I'm going to run down this month's month-long holidays, and there are a lot of them. Starting to wonder if this is a good idea. February is American Heart Month and Affair to Remember Month. Yikes. Black History Month, Canned Food Month, Creative Romance Month. Guess that would help with the Affair to Remember part. Great American Pie Month, National Bird Feeding Month, National Cherry Month. You can combine those last two, I guess. National Children's Dental Health Month, National Grapefruit Month, National Weddings Month, and Spunky Old Broads Month. Wasn't expecting that last one. There is no weekly holiday this week, so we'll get into this week's Strange Days if you're listening to this on the day it comes out. My mom's birthday, Monday, February 3rd, is Carrot Cake Day. I haven't had that in a long time, but I can get down with that. Tuesday is Thank Your Mailman Day. That's a nice one. Wednesday is National Weather Person's Day. I wish I would have seen that before I talked to Frankie, but everybody tweet at him or like his YouTube videos that day. Show him some love. Thursday is Lame Duck Day. That sounds lame. Friday is Work Naked Day. Good luck with that one. Saturday is Laugh and Get Rich Day. Wouldn't that be nice? And finally, Sunday is Toothache Day, which sounds horrible and reminds me that I have a dentist appointment on Thursday. Sorry about not having something out lately because of the equipment. I probably should have mentioned that on social media, but for some reason that never occurred to me until just now. I never use it, never really think about it except for Instagram, and I just look at it and never really post anything. And a shout out to Jason Lampro from the Mixed Media Force podcast for all the shout outs on social media. I get the notifications and I start to respond, but get distracted. And because I never think of social media, I forget to go back. But really sorry about that, Jay. But I wanted to say thank you very much. But I brought all of that up to say that if things go well, I will put out another quick show on Wednesday with Frankie for National Weather Person's Day. Then things will be back to normal next week. So everybody keep your fingers crossed. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about the show and leave a review. See you next time.
Peaches, 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 bigger.